I'm in Vegas, and I want to tell you about my dark ink tattoo book box, which is finally released. It is set in Vegas, and I'm going to tell you my freakiest Vegas story while I go through everything that's inside of it. So, when I was in my early 20s, I married a man who was much older than me. He was a professional juggler, which means that we hung out in Vegas a lot with all of his friends. We knew a bunch of magicians, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, we also knew some people in the alternative entertainment industry, which is how at the end of a juggling convention, we got invited to the awards and got the lanyards and stuff and everything so that we could go with them. And it was like a super fun, cool time. We went to the coolest clubs. All the drinks were like paid for. This makes sense because I was very fashionable back then too, and also 20 years younger, and my ex-husband looked like a Viking, so everybody thought we were in industry, right? So one night we're coming out of one of the parties, and somebody grabs us, and they're like, hey, do you want to go to someplace off-site in a limo? And of course we're like, yeah, because like limo's rocking. Who doesn't want to be in a limo? I don't think I'd ever been in one before because I was only like 20 something. So we get in a limo, long ass ride into the middle of nowhere, Vegas, and then when we get there, we discover that we are in a schmovel. And so inside that schmovel are all sorts of acts of like hedonism taking place. And I'm totally fine with that. Like, you know, I was very innocent then and stuff. That didn't really bother me though, because I've always been kind of a little bit of the person who writes stuff like this myself. But there was a point in time when we were there that all of a sudden things changed, and there was a woman on the center dais getting by a on the end of a sawzall. And that is when I said, check please, and we took the limo back to the strip and continued to have a good time. Dark Ink Tattoo is about vampires in Vegas, and it's like a Sons of Anarchy, and True Blood had a very, very queer baby. If any of this appealed to you, you'll like this book.